Hey guys, it's your buddy James and I over at Emerald City Guitars for another pick of the day. And I got some really cool pieces here from 1959 made by Fender, and I'm super stoked to show you. To my right, I have a 1959 Fender Esquire in impeccable condition. We just got this one in maybe a couple days ago, and I'm just pretty blown away by how clean this thing is and how killer this pickup sounds. Now, we've been getting a lot of questions about Fender models and kind of their timelines throughout the 50s because a lot of things were happening then. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So Fender's first production effort post-prototypes was the Fender Esquire, and originally it was an all-pine body and they were finished black with a white pickguard, and they didn't come with truss rods. Now, sometime in summer of 1950, Fender got rid of the black finish and the pine body and introduced a more durable wood called ash. Also introduced the see-through blonde finish. And in the fall of 1950, Fender then introduced a double pickup model that was called the Broadcaster. And that was actually the first model that came with a truss rod. Now, you've probably heard us talk in the past on some of these videos about the Broadcaster. There was only about 277 ever made before Fender got hit with a telegram from Gretsch that they had a Broadcaster drum kit. So Fender went from the Broadcaster to the Nocaster, which they made 400 some odd Nocasters. Basically, they took off the label, and that's why we call them the Nocaster. Now, in late 1951, enters the model name Telecaster. Now, let's talk about the year 1959 a little bit and what was going on with the options that you actually had when you were purchasing a Fender guitar. Now, in 1959, they gave you the option of a custom color. They also gave you the option of a Brazilian rosewood fingerboard. Also in 1959, they made available one of my favorite models made by Fender is the Tele Custom. A little bit about this guitar that I'm holding in my hand right now. It is an ash body. It's nice and light. The pickup has such incredible output. The pickguard is original and very clean. No dings or anything like that on the neck. There's tiny bits of buckle wear, which is to be expected on a guitar of this age. Original tuners. This thing is just good to go. We get a lot of questions about how Esquires are wired since there's only one pickup, but there are 3 switches. This is how it works. At the bridge, you're getting nothing but the bridge. The tone control is not engaged. Once you jump into the middle position, you get to engage the tone. Now, here's the funny one, and actually one of my favorite sounds, though it's not used a ton. Once you jump into the neck position, you have what's known as a fixed treble roll-off, and it's that tone that was meant to kind of like sit in as either bass or jazz tones. Pretty unique tone. It doesn't get used a ton, as I said, but stock wiring on this baby, so can't complain about that. All right, now let's move on to this gorgeous amplifier right here. This thing right here is a 1959 Pro Amp, stock to the tubes. I'm not kidding. Now, this, in a lot of people's opinion, would be the best year. Now, this baby has the same power transformer as the Bassman did of this year, and it's rated at about 26 watts. So 26 watts running through this 15-inch P15N Jensen sounds incredible. This thing is insane. It doesn't feel like you're playing through a 15. It pushes air, but it doesn't have too much bass or too much low end. It's the perfect amp for this Esquire. So, okay, let's see what this incredible combination sounds like in the hands of our good buddy Ian Crawford. Okay, there you have it. 1959 Fender Esquire in all original condition, ran through a 1959 Fender Pro Amp in all original condition as well. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.